Hey guys, my name is Jake and this is my testimony. I hope by sharing my story and how I found God can inspire others to seek a deeper connection with Him. Through my journey, I've discovered that God's love and grace are consistent even during the most challenging moments in our lives. He is always there. During my childhood, I faced challenges with autism, social and emotional anxiety. Often I was feeling like the outsider and just misunderstood. And, after my grandfather passed away in 2016, my parents decided to move to Malua Bay, just, a small coastal town on the far south coast of New South Wales. Just seeking a fresh start away from familiar surroundings. But however, I had to leave all my friends behind and start over in a new school. I had trouble making new friends and shifting into that new environment, which, only heightened my feelings of isolation and anxiety. But, I became so depressed that I started to add random people on Facebook to try and make connections and feel less alone. Lucky enough though, I did actually meet somebody on Facebook, which they said, you should come to the youth group on a Friday night. I was hesitant at first, but eventually I decided to give it a try. I went for a few weeks, on and off, started to feel a bit more comfortable and accepted with the youth group, which was good. But then even towards the end of 2017, they began to promote a summer camp named Awaken. They all prompted me to register, and I was like, I'll go. That's it. But, when I got to the camp, I was nervous as anything else. Just being in that whole new environment, all these people here I do not know. And then even to add to that situation, during the sessions, I was seeing all sorts of things. Like one example I could think of off the top of my head was, where one kid came in on crutches and then just straight after being prayed for was able to walk on like nothing happened. I still can't explain that. I was like, it's a powerful and eye-opening experience for me. And, I remember just being like, what happened? I still can't explain it. But, at the end of the night, they had a little bit of a short message. I cannot tell you what he preached on. I don't remember it right now. But, it made me want to go out to the front for an altar call. And I just felt this sense of peace and comfort that I never really experienced before. And, someone just approached me and said, hey, can I pray for you? And I was like, yeah, sure. I just felt this warmth and just lightness that I couldn't explain. It's just that moment where I just felt this sort of weight lifted off my shoulders, just feeling that, I'm just trying to think of how to explain it now, but just really grateful and hopeful for what was next. I was just renewed in a sense. And I just remember going to sleep that night, waking up the next day, and then I was just all of a sudden just healed of that anxiety. I was singing like Bee Gees, Staying Alive on the stage the next day, as it just went straight away from me. It was just this sense of peace that I just have not felt in a long, long time. But even later on that day, I reached out to my youth pastor and asked him, because I was like, what was that all about last night? And, how can I experience that feeling again? He described it as an influence of prayer and the Holy Spirit in my life, motivating me to persist in seeking God's presence through prayer and faith. That's some real strong advice, and I did take it on. But he also recommended me to join a small group and deepen my relationship with God and just be with like-minded individuals for support and guidance. And as I mentioned, I did take all of that on to heart, and I started actually incorporating regular prayer and Bible reading into my daily routine, which has actually helped me maintain this sense of peace and hopefulness every day ever since. I would have to say that is so crazy how God can change our lives when we open ourselves up to Him and seek His guidance. It's incredible to witness the change that happens when we let God work in our hearts and minds. As I reflect on this journey I've been on, I can't help but be grateful for the advice that led me to seek out a small group and deepen my relationship. Even John 14:6 reminds us, that Jesus is the way, the truth, and the life. And through Him, I have found peace and hope. It is amazing to see how God can change our lives when we are receptive to Him and His guidance. I encourage you actively to seek God and his guidance in your lives. You know, the peace and hope that comes from deepening your relationship with him is truly transformative to your lives. You know, opening yourself to his love and witness the miracles he performs in your hearts and mind. Reminder, you know, Jesus is the way, the truth, and the life. And through him, you'll find the ultimate fulfillment and purpose. You know, I'll leave you with one little note here, which I put, you know, seek him, trust him, and let him guide you on this incredible journey of faith. Well, I'll leave you there with that one. But if you have any questions, I'll leave them in the comments below. So have a good day, and we'll see you later. Bye-bye.